is just the compellingness of the soap opera.
Right.
Of what's happening to
and
this
what's
character.
different between that and a film?
Well, I'll tell you, because the thing is, if you watch Edge of Night Monday through Friday, you get caught up in the dramas of the family and everything.
Right.
But you don't remember it 5 years from now. You're caught up into the minutia of it at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the difference between is I'll see a good Western movie and I'll remember it for the rest of my life. I'll remember the story. I'll remember this scene or that scene, and it built to an emotional climax of some degree. And the story is good. It's not just about the interpersonal relationships. The story is good itself, but there's a payoff to it. But there's not a payoff on this stuff. It's just more interconnectional drama. And while I'm watching it, that's good enough. But when it's over, I couldn't tell you. I can remember who the bad guy was in the first season of Yellowstone because it was Danny Houston. I remember him in it, but I don't remember any of the details of it, and I don't remember any of the bad guys for season 2 or season 3. It's out of my head. It's just completely out. And same thing with 1883. When I watched the whole thing, and that seemed like a movie, except I don't remember. Sam Elliott's about the only thing I really remember of it when it was finished. But now. Red River, I remember for the rest of my life.
Isn't that, though, because it's a different thing, right? Because when you go to a film is designed for one sitting. You sit down in the theater, you're going to get the entire encapsulation of what happens to these characters in 3 hours.
Okay, I'll give you an example of one that is more than a soap opera, and here's the difference. The difference. Okay, because you could say that. Look, they're in the soap opera business, but I'll tell you one that's not. Okay. If you watch that first season of now here's one that really works like a movie. If you watch the first season of Homeland.
Oh, yeah.
That first season of Homeland.
First season's incredible.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
very good.
When it gets to that final episode of the first season, and he's got the suicide vest on, and he's in the room, he can kill the guys that he's been waiting for to do it for the whole movie. And you don't want him to die, but you're kind of into him and you kind of want him to pull it off. And then his daughter calls him on the phone before he does it. She doesn't know what he's going to do, but she gets that little sense from him that something's weird. She goes, Dad, you need to tell me that you're going to come home right now. You need to tell me right now that I will see you later tonight. And the entire series has been built to this scene. And it's one of the most emotional scenes I've ever seen in a movie, any TV show I've ever seen dramatized.
That first season was great.
I've ever seen dramatized. Now, that was a movie.
Yeah. Right.
That was not a soap opera. That built to this moment of him being in that fucking room with the suicide vest on. And there was complexity. She doesn't know what she's asking, but we do.
Right.
She's stopping this major thing, and she'll never know that, but we do.
Right.
And he's still committed, but he's more committed to her, and we know that. That's just great shit. That's a movie.
Right, and can you do that every week?
No, I didn't say you can do it every week, but I'm saying when the season's over, I need to walk away with more than just the soap opera.
An impactful moment.
Exactly. Now, I don't expect you to do that every week, but at the end of the arc, if you're telling a continuing story, at the end of that fucking season, you need to, bam, drop the mic.
Yeah.
You need to tell me a fucking story, not just ...